My nose is itching. Somebody's coming with a hole in their britches. You have to hold your mouth just right. Let's see how it is. I think George has spent his Memorial Day on me today. Everything we've done today pretty much has been because of me. He'll be glad for me to go back to work. Welcome to the channel. We're just a couple of empty nesters from Tennessee. Well, hey guys. I didn't know you all were hanging out in here. Let's go to sleep. Are you sleepy? You're so cute. A little bit. Hey everyone. Welcome back to the vlog this week. You may hear George playing a violin or fiddle in the background. So if you do, he's been working on a violin for a friend of ours. He doesn't normally restore things, but he did work at Gibson. He's retired now. I don't know if you know, but my dad also played the fiddle. I see a string flying around.
Piece of horsehair.
Let's have a little bit of Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Cicadas don't like that.
Yeah. All right. So I know that you all came here for that, right?
That's a yes.
It's Memorial Day weekend. I can't tell you how excited I am to have 3 days off. Okay, so I am truly very excited to have this 3-day weekend. I don't really have any elaborate plans. I mean, we know we will probably be going to church tomorrow. I did cut my hair. I don't know if you can tell. I've been wanting to cut it for several weeks now. Finally, that was like the main thing I wanted to do today was to cut my hair. I'm kind of liking having it longer to about right here and then having it layered below that. I may or may not keep it that way. If I want to go shorter, like in the fall, I'm probably going to keep it longer, but just go shorter in the back. I really like that look a lot. It may not look the best in the world, but I think it looks pretty good for me doing it myself, you know. Anyway, I put my makeup on, but I haven't done my eyes because someone requested, I think it was from the ranch video. I don't know if you can see them, but I've been doing my eyes a little bit differently. I learned to do it on YouTube. They make my eyes pop a little better. I'm still a teenager at heart. But somebody wanted to see how I did my eyes when I did that ranch video. I'll take you in the bathroom and show you how I did that. It's been just a pretty restful week. There hasn't been anything major to happen. And in my book, I'll take that as wonderful. You know, we're just kind of going into those summer days now. That's kind of what happens with Memorial Day is everybody morphs into summer. And as you know, I've already had my summer bucket list going. And we've already crossed some things off of that because I got it started in May. And that bucket list actually goes through August. So we're not really planning a lot of stuff to do this weekend. I just really want to relax and enjoy this weekend. At the same time, I really do want to get some things done on the list that coming up that I keep rolling over. As you know, if you've watched my videos before, you know, I don't have any promises for this weekend. I don't know what's going to happen, but all I can tell you is we're going to enjoy it. I'm going to shut it down here. You all know I love to kick things off and chat, and I probably don't get enough adult conversation, but hopefully you all can chat back and then I'll have some adult conversation. It's not that George won't talk to me. I don't know. We're just kind of busy doing our own things. And then our time's at night. We have some good quality time at night. But anyway, that's where we are this week. I said nothing happened, but then I talked for 10 minutes like I usually do, right? Let's go do the eyes. Let's go do the eyes and I'll show you how I do it. I said I hadn't done my eyes. I actually have put my eyeshadow on. I forgot about that. But what you all were interested in, I think, was how I did the eyeliner underneath. What I did, let's just back up here. What I did was put an off-white all over my eyes, okay? Then I used this one, because that's kind of a summery one. In the winter, I use that one. It's a little darker. I've got another palette. Oh, and by the way, that was Revolution. It was probably cheap. I don't spend a lot of money on makeup. George might argue, but I also have one from e.l.f., which I love. I love these colors. They have been so good. And this one is the one we're going to use for the eyeliner. My nose is itching. Somebody's coming with a hole in their britches. I did go ahead and put the normal eyeshadow that I use, the off-white, and then that kind of peachy color, which I put in here and in here. And something else that you can do, you can just kind of put a little bit right here to brighten it, which I forgot to do today. Okay, so, but basically I've got on 3 different colors in there. And you want to do your darker one underneath right here. Just kind of recreate what I did, the darker color, and just kind of, I go in here and come out right here, kind of make a triangle out of that. So go in the corner. And I am not a makeup artist, but somebody just liked the way I did my eyes that day. So you just kind of make a triangle right here and make that dark, okay? And you go under the hood, as they say. Under the hood. All right, but the part that I really wanted to show you today was this right here. I'm using a tiny little brush, very flat, and I'm dipping it in dark purple. That one on the very end, right there. I'm just kind of dabbing the end of my brush on there. And then I'm gonna come right here and do this. Just barely. Okay. You have to hold your mouth just right. Okay. So you just kind of, that's why you want to use a really skinny brush, so that you'll be able to go under your eyelid and it not be really a thick line. If I'm just hanging around the house or going to work and not doing much, this is about all I'll do. If you want to give it an extra little kick, you can come around the corner, you know. You can also keep going, but I don't like a whole big outline. I don't like my whole eye outlined. So that's how I did that. And then I've been using Sabella, and you do have to be a member to use their products. They have cleaning products, they have makeup products. I'm not selling it, but I think I would get a kickback if you enrolled using my name. They would probably put you under me, but I'm not selling it. I mean, I'll take you. And I try to really go in on the bottom part of my lash and then just bring it out, you know. As for the bottom, I don't really like a lot of spider looking things. I think it's important to kind of rub it back and forth across the base and then just kind of bring it out a little bit. So I think you can see a difference between this eye and that eye. I really have enjoyed this mascara. It's makes them very full. So, I know this is not really a full eye tutorial, but again, somebody had asked me if I would just show how I did that liner. So anyway, that's how I do that. Okay, we got the hair and the eyes done now. Let's go see what else we can get into. All right, so I'm gonna make myself a little sandwich. I have Hillshire Farms ultra thin. It has turkey breast and honey ham. I wanted something that had two kinds in there because I want to make like a club sandwich in a way. On the side, I'm gonna have spinach parmesan tzatziki with Greek yogurt. I got this at Publix. I have stick carrots to dip it in. So I'll make a nice little lunch. I have my little drink, which is actually called Sustain, and it is also with the company Melaleuca is what it is, that I order our cleaning products and some health products and cosmetics, facial products, things like that. So again, not sponsored, not selling it. All right, so I want to make my little dish. Here we go. Bon appetit. Good. I like to put chips on mine. Let's see how it is.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to see how it is. It's a bit early for vodka.
The chip is really hot.
Oh, let's try that. Hot chip.
Good. Okay, guys, it is about oh my goodness, I always do that to myself. It is like 10 to 4. Seriously, I thought it was 2 o'clock. It was a couple of minutes ago. Now it is time to go through all those books. If you've been keeping up with me lately, you know that I read the Marie Kondo book earlier in the year. And George and I both have been kind of going through the house and just getting rid of things. And we've done a great job. He has done a better job than I have. Had to stop, had the appendicitis, and had a 2-week vacation, and May has been busy. But the next thing on the list is going through books. I'm going to go through and make sure I still want them. So my guess is that I do still want them, but I may get rid of a few things. Some of these are cookbooks, and I may get rid of some of those. So we'll see what happens. I thought I would kind of put it on a time lapse because I think this is going to take a while to do, and honestly don't even know if I'll get through with it today because I really thought it was 2 o'clock. Oh boy, time goes by when you're having fun, but it's been a nice relaxing day, just doing laundry, ordering things, cleaning the kitchen, fixing breakfast, fixing lunch. I mean, just enjoying the day, not having to rush or feel rushed because I know I still have Monday. I just really love being home. There's just nothing like being home, and I know one day I'll probably be home and be wanting to go out, but I don't know, it's just the way life is, I guess. I'm just gone all the time, and I just really love being home. I'm gonna get you set up here and just gonna plow through these and see if I can get rid of anything. I hope I can. Just trying to get everything ready for retirement because This is the transition year. So we're just kind of trying to get rid of stuff because one day we're gonna have to move and I'm gonna read all that stuff. Hopefully. I hope I get to read it all before I die. I won't, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. All right, here we go. I've done the top shelf, which was really only like half a shelf, but there are some things that I saw up there that Katie might like, my daughter, now that she has kids. The Good Housekeeping Children's Cookbook and the Busy Moms Cookbook. So I'm gonna save those for her. I'm also gonna save her the Zen Patterns and Designs. I just don't really get into coloring. It's just not my thing. I think somebody gave that to me for Christmas, and I hope I don't hurt your feelings. But I'd rather somebody enjoy it that really wants to do this. So I'm gonna see if Katie wants it. She probably doesn't have time either, but she might be able to sit and color with the kids sometime. So I do have some books that were on the top shelf that I think we forgot about, and I think we need to leave them maybe on the fireplace so when the kids come to visit for Christmas, we have them. They're little kids books. We used to love the Mercer Meyer books when Katie was little, and of course there's Where the Wild Things Are, I Love You Grandpa, and I Love You Grandma. And we all know what happens to things that get put on the top shelf. You just never look at them again until you're having a day like this. I have decided that I'm gonna get rid of one. The Gooseberry Patch Christmas All Through the House. There was one year that I just loved this book. I thought it was neat. I fantasized about all the wonderful Christmases we could have doing all these things. But the joke was on me. It was just a fantasy. We just kind of always did our own thing. Never really had time to do anything really fancy. If you're home, maybe somebody else will have better luck, or at least fantasize like I did. We'll get rid of that one. And that's a big one. I'm also probably gonna look through this Cottage Style magazine from 2011 and just see what the styles were like back then. And then I'm probably gonna throw that away. Oh yeah, so one thing I found out about that top shelf, I put a bunch of blank journals up there. Now this last fall, I was looking for my blank journals and I couldn't find them, because people know that I like to write and they've given me these through the years. Now I have these. One of them is a gratitude journal, but I'm so glad I found these. And the other thing is, I'm really gonna have fun touring Miss Daisy Celebrates Tennessee cookbook. She used to have a tea room here. A Rachel Ray, in the old days, cookbook. I thought I would just look in here and see if there were any easy things that we may want to fix, or it may just be that this will be one I'll get rid of. Christmas with Southern Living. I'm gonna look at it and see. The pasta book. I think I'll be keeping this one, but I do want to look through it again. It's been a while. I love the Pioneer Woman, and I've got two of her cookbooks that were on the top shelf, mainly because that's where they fit, because they're so big. But I want to look through these again, and she is a good cook. And then the Irish Pub Cookbook. It's been a while since I've looked through here. We love Irish food. This will be a good fall and winter type thing, so I definitely want to keep that. I want to keep these down where I can reach them. And then there is the Goodful Cookbook. I'm looking forward to looking back through this again because it's like simple and balanced recipes. It's supposed to be like healthy stuff. All right, and then I found this one. It is a Southern Living special edition slow cooker magazine. It is, look at this. It is flipped up on the pages. So I can't wait to go through this and see what all the flipped up pages are. And we'll see if we can't get this in our recipe making list that I have going for next year when I retire. It's really hard to do cooking when I'm working and taking care of mom and doing the videos. So George has always loved to cook. He's always been the one that's done most of our cooking. But if you've followed my blogs through the years, you will know that I really like to cook. I just don't like to do it in a hurry or when I don't have time. I think I'm ready to tackle shelf number 2, but I've got a little bit of coffee to drink. We are ready now for the second shelf. Well, I am just really surprised that I actually have 1, 2, and from here up, almost 3 stacks of books here that I'm okay with getting rid of. Some of them, I will admit, were things that I wanted to read maybe 10 or 15 years ago that I just don't have any desire to read right now. It's just not my thing. I've always liked adventure books. Sometimes I like biography, but I don't know. I'm just getting rid of some of the cookbooks that I don't really think that I'll be using. You know, we have the internet. I still am going to keep my favorite cookbooks. Some I would just never dare get rid of, but there's just some now that it's like, you know, at one time you would have kept because it had 1 or 2 recipes in there that you thought you might use one day. But then now we just get on the internet whenever we want to fix something and it's there many times over. So I am going to get rid of some of those cookbooks and just some of those books that I'm just not interested in. I still have those 2 shelves to go. Well, surprise, I actually finished. It didn't take me very long. Most of the stuff, not all of it, but most of the stuff on the bottom, it's stuff I was going to keep. But I did go through everything. I touched every book, and what's up on the shelf is what I'm keeping. I do have a stack. I do have a stack of cookbooks that I'm going to go through. There's a few of them that I may not keep, but I have a feeling I'll be keeping all of those. I do see some recipes in there that I'm very excited about, and I think I may start tagging some things to cook next year when I'm actually retired and have time to do it. I'm really looking forward to cooking some more and being able to share that with you all. So anyway, I'm so happy to get done with this project today. I've left some room up on the shelf for those books that I'm going to be going through, which are mostly cookbooks. Yay, mission accomplished. All right, over and out. See you later. For dinner, George fixed a big pot of lentils, and then he fixed some grilled pork chops to go with. It was amazing. The meat was so good. This is enough for several nights. It looks so good though. It's gonna be so good. After dinner, we had angel food cake with fruit and a little bit of whipped cream for dessert while we watched TV, and the dogs were very interested. Hey guys, it is Sunday morning and I did not go to church this morning. We're under a tornado watch, and after talking with Mom last night, we both just decided let's just not go today. We didn't want to be out and about in all the bad weather. The first wave didn't show up. The second wave actually just went just a little bit north. We actually had the warning, but it missed me entirely, thank goodness. There's Maddie back there checking out the backwoods to make sure everything is okay. I've just been relaxing this morning, to be quite honest. I just really didn't feel that great. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my mattress. It's just very old, and George and I are going to get a new one. I don't know the timing of that, but it's getting harder to sleep, and I'm having some issues with my back and my legs. And anyway, that's where we are this morning. Basically just relaxing. I'm going to just work on some stuff around here. I'm going to clean up my office and do some work in there and try to get some things done that I never get to do. All right, let's do it. Oh, my arm looks so big right there when I do that. All right, it's looking very dark back in there. It's about to start getting rough. There's the lighter sky, and then you can see how dark it is back in there. Oh, it's about to get fun. So we're under a severe thunderstorm warning. It's not a tornado warning yet, but it is getting very dark out there. So well, hey guys, it is still Sunday. It is 6 p.m. Sun is out now, but we are expecting some really bad storms. The worst storms will come through tonight at, I think it was like between 12 and 3 overnight, which is not good. That means I'm not going to sleep. But you know, it is what it is gonna be. Anyway, I think George and I are gonna go pick out a mattress for me tomorrow, because my back is in such bad shape right now, and legs, I don't really know what's going on, but I've got to get the bed situation. I'm sleeping on a bed that is probably at least 25 years old, and it's just disintegrating. We've got to be able to pick it out, have it delivered, and then have the old bed hauled off. We're going to go and take care of this tomorrow, because every day it just seems like it's getting a little bit worse. What I was going to say is, yeah, we have storms coming again, but I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon working in my office. I've actually got you guys sitting in the closet. That's why the lighting is not so good, but I'm going to do a time lapse. I'm just going to kind of hang out. My goal is to kind of clear off my desk, maybe do some filing, and get this table cleaned off, because I want to work a puzzle. This is what holiday weekends are for. It's like to get these zones cleared up. That's not really what holiday weekends are for, but that's what I like to use them for, because I get extra time to do things like this. Okay, I think that is about as good as I'm going to get the office. I met my goal of getting the table cleaned off so that I could work. think I've decided to work this puzzle again. I may change my mind. I'm gonna work a puzzle, whatever it is. Okay, I went ahead and picked it out. Since it's summer, I decided I definitely wanted to do the beach scene. Completely new puzzle, never worked it before. So I'm really excited about that. Oh, I'm probably gonna be sorry that I picked this one. Look how tiny the pieces are. Oh my goodness. That's just almost too tiny, but I'm gonna do it. It's just tinier than I like them to be, but I'm gonna do it. So there's a new knob. This is the old one that used to be on here, but it broke off. So we had to buy all new ones. So they're all gonna look like that. That was just the one that was broken, and so George went ahead and changed it out. And I'm actually thinking about painting this a different color, but I'm not sure. I gotta think about it. Not sure, but I do like the new knob. I hate it broke, but I do like it. But see, the drawers are kind of all looking beat up. So I was thinking if I painted it or just restained it, you know, it might look a little bit better. Okay, so it is Memorial Day and it is 3:30. I'm kind of surprised, but I didn't really film anything. We just had coffee this morning, and there was a big tree that came down in the back tree line back there. One that needed to come down. So as George said, God, you do wonderful lumberjack work. So we just kind of enjoyed the morning, and then we went out and ran some errands, and it's like it was Lowe's. I mean, it wasn't anything special or that I really wanted to film. So here we are late in the afternoon. I did want to do a few things before I close the vlog out. Maddie's over here playing with her Christmas monkey. I don't know if you can see behind me. A few years back, actually bought those curtains. They are cactus curtains because I don't know, I guess at the time I was just really enjoying, you know, going out west. And anyway, so I came back and went wild and did cactus stuff. And I don't know, now that I'm about to retire, I think I'm finally starting to get into this feminine touch like thing, you know? So I decided to go with something a little feminine, and I think it'll go with the wood tones in here. I've always been one of those persons that liked wood and lace together. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just kind of a little bit of rugged and a little bit of feminine. I'm gonna be hanging this. Let's get her done. I keep yakking. I don't know why. All right, so I knew this wasn't gonna be easy. I just knew this was gonna happen. So I don't know if you can tell, but see how sharp this is? And when you try to put a lace curtain on something this sharp, it just won't go on it really good. So I'm gonna stop and put maybe tape or something on the end here so that I can get these curtains on. So, sorry, I know my head is not in the camera, but I wanted you to see what I was doing here. So here we go again. This is the story of my life. The little brackets that hold the curtains, the curtain rod is broken. So this is my final result. I hope you enjoy it. Guess who I'm gonna have to call with the drill to fix that? I think George has spent his Memorial Day on me today. Everything we've done today pretty much has been because of me. He'll be glad for me to go back to work. All right, change of plans. I'm gonna try to do this myself. I think I can. We'll see what happens. Okay, after rethinking this, I can hammer this in. This is not gonna be a problem to fix it. But the problem is that I need somebody to hold the stool because I'm afraid as I'm leaning forward, I'm gonna push the stool out from under me and hit my chin on the sink. And then I would have to get dentures or something. So I can see all these things happening in my mind's eye. It drives everybody crazy. I used to be over safety and I was trained to look for these things. I'm gonna have to wait till he comes back up and one of us is gonna do this. Yay. I don't think he had faith that I could do it. And you know what? I didn't even have faith that I could do it either. There it is. I'll have to decide if I like it or not. All right, so it is Monday, and normally Monday through Wednesday, I'm working on editing videos. So even though it's Memorial Day, I really don't want to get behind in the week. Tuesday's tomorrow. It's going to be a long day with payroll. And so anyway, I'm going to do a little bit of editing. I do have a glass of rosé. As usual, I keep yakking. Well guys, it is Monday evening. It's 10 o'clock. It's after 10 o'clock. I normally like to be in bed by 9:30 with the head on the pillow, snoozing. But I had editing to do and I just got behind. We had a great day. Got a lot done. George and I met for a few minutes because I've had it on my list to do this year is to understand kind of our finances, like where George keeps the bills, what accounts we have. I mean, I pretty much knew all that stuff anyway, but I've been calling it the Financial Aware Project because like if something happened to him, I just would need to know where he kept all that, and there's just, like some passwords and like life insurance. I didn't even know the name of the company, that he had. So just some things you need to know, it's just kind of scary. I mean, we're getting on up in years and he pays the bills. So if something happened, I just really wouldn't know what to do. Well, now I do. I've taken some pretty good notes and he showed me, where things were. So I feel really good about that and I can mark that off the list. So I'm going to end the vlog here and I thank you guys for being here and supporting me in this channel. Go ahead and give me a like and leave a comment if you'd like to do so. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you here as a part of this growing community. Love you guys, and I will see you next week. Night, y'all.